Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Angstrom Heights, blue team. Boss of the gym as a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fighting in melee combat begins with a refractor shield, can shoot his own fellas in the head too, to make him fight better. I think this is one of the Cadian elite schemes here. Alongside some Space Marine plays, Saint Galahad as a force commander, a versatile frontline hero with strong offense, the Black Templars elite scheme here. And rounding off the blues, AngryMetalGuy as a Techmarine starts off. The ranged weapon can get a melee loadout, supports with structures and repairs. We have the Blood Ravens. And he's fighting the dude's Plague Champion. Starts off with the damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, debilitates enemies and supports allies, can repair stuff too. And they are just trying to elbow each other to death, which may take a while. Alongside the dude, two Orc players. First up, SchmusCriminal as a Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of Orky gadgets. The Freebooters DLC here. More sluggers on the field. And rounding off the teams, this fella who translates as unexpected, I believe, with a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. And the Blood Axes elite schemes with these adorable little caps they get. How do they stay on? No idea. Down towards the south. Blue team pushing up a bit. Got double attacks in play. These guys very far forward, but they do have a force commander in support of them. Double CSM looks like for the dude. No extra scouts for any of the Space Marine players. Those attacks are off the field because Sluggers got close. Force commander off the field. Good push through by the red team then. Can they get onto the power early? It is fully built up there. This one is only a node. Shotgun scouts in play for AngryMetalGuy, dropping a model there. Big champion looks like he's going for that central VP, and there is some Nurgle worship to give some health regen to the dude's units. Up in the northeast though, what's going on? Warboss misses the stomp. Lord Commissar gets him off the field and may be able to get onto the VP here. Any flamer on the way? Do not see a flamer on the way. These guys going for contested power up in the northeast corner. Back towards the mid. Sluggers got too close to bolter fire, I guess, and had to flee. Force commander back out onto the field. Can they push now with both heroes back out? Techmarine's backing off though. Scout's got a sergeant. Looks like he's going back towards the bottom here. AngryMetalGuy to defend this power. Sense the Orcs coming for it maybe, and burners on the way for these slugger boys. The other slugger boys back at base. Not reinforcing though. Death gun is in play though. Going to be hard to approach. Teleports into a great spot and suppresses the Techmarine. Meanwhile, back towards the northeast. Great play from Boss. Made the dude turn around and help defend the power now. Did they get one of the gens? Maybe. I see one being built there. Lord Commissar got the VP as well. And looks like didn't lose very much either, Boss. Mekboy's losing health very quickly. Gets caught in melee with the Force Commander and goes down. Not sure what happened there. Force Commander, though, has a Chain Sword and Storm Shield, which has been nerfed in the latest update. Not what I'm using here, but I think they removed the 100 health passive bonus. Red team get through onto the natural power now. And this may be a full bash, actually. Some Nurgle worship helping out the dude's units. Doesn't seem to be using cover a lot, though. Standing out of cover there. Double tacks have heavy cover, although these guys, these two in the front, they're not that interested in it. Catachans drop a defensive smoke grenade there. And they left it. They're giving them 50% damage resistance, I think, to ranged fire. Okay, back to the smoke a bit. I guess maybe they were getting flanked on the cover there. Force Commander tries to get close. And that was the unholy stench. The Force Commander cancelled it out by using Defend, which grants you suppression immunity and some defensive bonuses, but he goes down anyway. So a decent little push there from the blue team. Grenade. No grenade for those fellas, or they don't have the energy to throw it, I think. Assault squad on the field for AngryMetalGuy. How angry will they be? And it's double tax for Saint Galahad. The dude into Noise Marines. And the Warboss, unexpected, gets Storm Boys. Always fun to see with Warboss buffs. Does have the boss pole up already. There's the jump. These guys have power melee weapons that are a big threat to tactical marines. They're trying to get the scouts out of there quickly. and quickly retreats. Didn't take much damage there, but it still retreated. Maybe they were expecting the shotgun blast, which would have had them retreat anyway. Double CSM, no Eternal War. Did get the grenade launchers up and of course spent power on the fetid armor too. And now Noise Marine's in play. They'll be handy for shutting down this Tactical Marine blob. Although with Chainsword and Storm Shield support, maybe not so much. Got some Nurgle worship. Everything being buffed by the boss pole. Even Chaos Space Marines are impressed by this thing. 2-to-1 cap early on for the blue team. And looks like a push against SchmusCriminal's natural power down here. Node took some damage. There's a War Banner up, providing some passive bonuses around to these Orks. And there it gets activated, giving you a long-term but smaller bonus. So you can activate it and then do a little push. Get some bonuses. Storm Boys jumping into Hatachan Devils, looks like. Eat a stomp. Should have jumped over this wall into those tacks, maybe. Force Commander gets in. What's he going to go for, though? Some CSM, looks like. Nice grenade barrage on those tacks. Took a bunch of bolter fire too. Storm Boys out in the open, taking some sentinel shots. Everything turns around to shoot the Force Commander. And he does leave. That Sonic Blaster on the Noise Marines will shut down ranged attacks. And they want to get it onto the power too, I imagine. Shotgun Blast coming in. They are making progress, forward progress for the red team. They champion leading the line. Sentinel's quite low here, needs to be careful. Mekboy, is this a new down? That's a new down, isn't it? Can they get a full bash here? So 1-to-1 caps, players starting to go into their tier 2s. Looks like Saint Galahad gets there first. And I think they are going to get a full bash. The Sonic Blast are very effective at shaking apart these generators, making them crumble. Sentinel gets a bunch of repairs, also gets missile launcher, so I guess he's confident he can keep it alive into tier 2 a bit. Hatachans can disrupt. There it is. The all-reliable grenade launcher. Lord Commissar able to push in off that. Less gunfire coming back at him. There's a good grenade barrage from the heretics there. You okay, Noise Marines? What are you up to? They would really want to get that cacophony. I don't think they needed to. Just leave. Looks like they're going to get away all right. Shoot the boys without you fellas. Grenade. It's a decent hit. Triple cap, though, for the red team, on that push. It's not bad at all. CSM grabbed it up here. And we got Storm Boys on contested power northeast. Blue team need to strike back out. Full support Force Commander now with Chainsaw and Storm Shield and Sacred Standard providing offensive buffs. Artificer in there just to make him a bit tougher as well. Good stomp on the Storm Boys. Can they get rid of them though? Catachans are here. That was the all reliable again. And that missile launcher is in play. Can switch between frag missiles for anti-infantry and crack for anti-large targets. The frags come out in a burst of 3. And they can be quite nasty if you hit them right. Plasma cannon up for AngryMetalGuy. Regular devastators for Saint Galahad. They have a heavy bolter by default. And we have some bloodletters up for the dude. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen some bloodletter usage. Powerful melee squad with power melee Hellblades that can teleport on you and rip you up. Really bad news for the Tactical Marines and of course, especially Devastators who only have 20% melee resistance. Down from the regular 40%. Tacs both have their sergeants. Could see some plasmas up to wreck the CSM. Plague Champion goes for Plague Fist. Can now try to follow the Bloodletters into melee, stun things for them maybe. Throws up the Pestilence Strike defensively there. Now they know there's Devastators. Bloodletters are probably going to go for them, yep. Warboss gets in. Might have Bloodletters buffed by a boss pole in a second. Devastators are just deleted by the Bloodletters. That was crazy. Blastmaster got a decent shot in there too. Bloodletters do their job and leave. Lord Commissar deep in enemy territory and does not get away. Blastmaster with another good shot. Shooter Boys turns a bits though. and are wiped. Katachins, you okay, fellas? Katachin devils do get away. Storm boys are also alright. Really messy fight, which you often get with Chaos and Orks. And they're there together. Force Commander, I think, makes it out. We've got a war truck on the field now. Support vehicle for Orks can reinforce units in the field. And he can jump inside of it for some protection. And we see those crack missiles now coming out against the war truck. One more hit might have done it, especially on rear armor, but it couldn't get it done. Okay, champion is still level 1, but doing some good early work with the Plague Fist. Meanwhile, back towards the southwest. Techmarine levels to 3. Signum armor on the way. Got attack sergeant here. Assault squad sergeant. Mekboy is back to his feet. Did he repurchase? Didn't notice anyone come down here, but I could be wrong. Weird boy on the field with Warp Head already. And bigger brains on the way. Great at dealing with clumps of infantry, this guy. Foot of Gork, bad news for those devs. Does he have a good response to the assault squad though? Well, I guess he's got double sluggers, that's the response. Just chuck them in on the assault squad and they're going to have a bad time. Unless they hit a really good merciless strike maybe. Pestilent Strike is up here. Providing 90% range damage resistance to these CSM. Standing in the very, very foul cloud. But he helped him out. Shrugged off that missile damage. 398 to 274 on the VPs. 2-1 for red team. Tier 3 for the dude. Tier 3 for boss. And the Force Commander had enough of this support lark. Goes for Thunderhammer and teleported out. Suddenly a very aggressive Force Commander. Teleporting in onto the Noise Marines. With that awesome disruption that the hammer does. Can they take him down? They can take him down. Force Commander has fallen. There's a noxious cloud in the back lines there, I see. Global ability of the Plague Champion needs to move it around into the tax. There we go. Tax with double plasma guns, by the way. Some awesome anti-infantry damage. Storm Boys wrecking them, though. And that noxious cloud did some decent work, eh? Any mark for the CSM? No. No aspiring champions. No Eternal War even on these fellas, I think. No. No Eternal War. Oh, these guys have it. These fellas have Eternal War. Warboss runs on full hit points. Not sure what happened there. Does have the cyborg implants, though. 359 to 274. You have sluggers hitting gens with war truck support. These are unexpected sluggers. SchmusCriminals are skulking around. Looks like they got forced off the field. Bloodletter's going mid-ish. Or south, I guess. The dude's bringing some CSM down here too. Not sure how much bashing's been going on down here. These guys are missing a gen on this side, though. There's that weird boy. Is he alright? He's alright. No XP. And there's the bigger brains for over there. Can chuck a couple of sluggers into the back lines really quickly. Although he does chuck them onto their arse, so they have to get up again. And that's what the weird boy can do on his basic attacks. Grenade. Kills that shooter boy pretty effectively. Mekboy now caught in melee. Can't fire the death gun. Assault squad jump. Sluggers are there though. Pain boy's in there too. Where's the warp vomit? Merciless Strike is a decent one. Mark target on the pain boy. Can they get him down? Saved by the weird boy. Well played, SchmusCriminal. The basic attack might have saved him, but also did over there to make sure. Almost took him out. Melter gun Techmarine here. Mark target was forcing him to take 40% more damage, that poor little pain boy, but he got out. Sluggers giving chase. Decent shot on those other sluggers too. Can they burn down the gens? One's down. But these are shotgun scouts coming in. Weird boy gets a good shot on the tax there. I think that hit every model. Back up to the northeast though, what's going on? Warboss has got a power claw. Crunching those poor guardsmen into bits. And makes it all the way to the VP. 292 to 274. VPs are actually very even. But ignores it. There we go. Warboss is going for it. Need to get those decaps whenever you can. When it's close like this. And power being hit by Schmooze. Misfiring plasma cannon there. Usually happens when it charges up to shoot something, then it gets out of range. Level 3 Techmarine. What's the DPS on this thing? Over 40 DPS melter. And that's at a level 1 hero. It's a level 3 Techmarine now. Power bashing Orks doing some good work. Warboss decaps the VP, now comes the fight. Taking a bunch of damage though. Big stomp. Stuns the Force Commander, but he may go down in retreat, the Warboss. 12 hit points, 13. Looks like he's alright. Looks like he's alright. Force Commander goes after the war truck. With his Thunder Hammer. I think he should have saved that teleport for something else, maybe. Like getting onto the Blastmaster, perhaps. But I guess he could just wait for the cooldown. We have some Kasrkin up for boss. With melter guns, these guys can switch their specialized weapon as much as they like. Also get fast capping when they have their sergeant, and they can move around nice and quick. Got some grenades as well. Nice versatile squad. Scouts providing some vision here. And that's Cannon Devs. They'll be looking to get onto the war truck. But it's too far away at the moment. Stick bombs. Some decent hits, actually. Here they are. They do exactly what you'd expect. Chuck some stick bombs around. They can also chuck stun bombs, though. Force Commander, you okay, bud? Force Commander makes it out, I think. Yep. Speaking of stun bombs, there's some of them. And follows up with stick bombs. And they're actually decent melee units, these fellas, as well. With especially high melee skill. So they can disrupt in melee quite well. Playing champion with the icon of Nurgle now. Ready to fight. Should level up nice and quick. Passively damaging nearby enemies. You can see him pulsing on those guardsmen there. Kasrkin get help from their friendly Lord Commissar. Have a sword and Aura of Discipline in play. Kasrkin now sprinting around. Lord Commissar gets in. Stick bombers trying to counter-initiate, but they got a bit wrecked. But here comes the sluggers and the very pissed off Warboss. I mean, top tip, he's always pissed off. What's this? Southwest. Mekboy, you okay there, bud? Vanguard veterans with a big power fist hit in retreat there. First company assault squad. With some fancy weapons and much more hit points. They do lose their melter bomb though, which is a pretty big deal. Takes away a bunch of their utility. 185 to 274 on the VPs. But they're better at straight up combat. Meanwhile, mid turns red. Scouts are right here. Now taking shots, but they are partially revealed. So they'll have that 20% range damage resistance. We got Knob Squad on the field now for Unexpected. Knob Squad up also for Schmooze. Can they start turning the tide here? Leman Russ for boss. Maybe we'll see Executioner to fight these knobs. Lord Commissar gets in, can use lead by example to disrupt them. Which is generally the way you stop a knob squad, just by knocking it over. 166 to 274 on the VPs. Also trying to suppress them early can be good because it forces them to use their frenzy to break the suppression. Force them to use that early. I think they buffed frenzy actually, didn't they? I think now it's only in the latest update it's like 40 odd red to use it rather than 60. It's a nice buff for those fellas. Warboss goes down 146 to 274. They saw off that approach quite well. Techmarine's gone down though, and a venerable Dreadnought comes in. Awesome. Unique to the Techmarine. Has a bucket of hit points, 1750, and he can level, of course. And he can improve that with Dark Age of Technology. Maybe better to wait if he levels up, though, before you dump some more resources into him. Land Raider Phobos on the field for the dude. Some Twin Link Las Cannons bring into the fight. Whirlwind up now for St. Galahad. Some varied armies here. Did the Leman Russ get an upgrade? It looks like it's going for Vanquisher. To try and take on the Phobos, maybe. Need some repair support, though. Stick bombs, rather stun bombs. That's a good hit on the las cannon. And here come the actual stick bombs. Can't always predict where they're going to land specifically, but that was a decent throw. And then they got plasma cannon in the face, though. 124 to 274. Some sneaky shooter boys trying to get a cap, and they are killed. He may have just been letting them die to free up some population there. Orks. A bunch of stuff ran off. I don't think it did a bunch of damage. Oh, these guys didn't even run. Just to get those setup teams off the field, I think. Looks like they both survived. Kicking off here, though. Oh, I think the Venerable tried to charge, and he ran into that wall. Some things are unbreakable in the game. Some objects. Very handy thing to know when you are making maps yourself, actually. It's always good to have some unbreakable things so that the field doesn't become completely flattened in late game. In a 3v3 especially. Venerable Dreadnought going for the Knobs and Slugger mob. 2 Knob squads in there, you know. Blessing of the Omnisci active. Try and keep this thing alive. That's from the Techmarine. Repairing all allied vehicles. It's also repairing the Lehman Russ top of your screen. Emperor's Fist. Oh no, tank busters are on it though. You can make it, Venerable Dreadnought. Oh, I didn't make it. Stoicism now active. So he's going to come back and try and hit some more stuff. Gets constant inspiration while this is active, and he gets some extra damage as well. But he goes down after 10 seconds. Noxious Cloud in the mid. And they show no fear active on the attacks, but they have to leave anyway. 106 to 258 on the VPs. Warboss is down still. Quite deep in enemy territory. Maybe the Mekboy can teleport back there. Painboy is still up. Does have the cyborg implant surgery thing. Probably been done on the Knob squad already. And usually you'll give them +1 speed, but you can also give them more health or more damage. Still the 2-1 for blue. Red team, are they on the mid? Yeah, Plague Champion's fantastic at capping when he has this. Mekboy was on it first even. Lehman Russ gets some repairs. Warboss still going alright. So is the Whirlwind. Manticore might be good here, you know. I mean, it's always good on these kind of meat grinder mid maps. But he could hit maybe all 3 VPs if he brings it up to like here. Well, that's pretty close for a Manticore. Vanguard Veterans jumping in. Dirge Caster used on the Warboss to stun and debuff them. And there's Sluggers in retreat path. That was not a good jump. Are they going to wipe? It looks like they make it out. Barely, but they made it out. And they did open up a push here. Force Commander's in there with some Thunderhammer business. Warboss back on his feet. Was repurchased, I guess. A Rocks in the back there. Forces the Lehman Russ forward. Into Knob Squad. And there's Foot of Gork. Boom. Didn't wipe those guys, but that was pretty awesome. Knob Squad's scaring off the Lord Commissar. What was that? A plasma cannon shot? Yeah. Plasma cannon's in a good spot back there. That one missed though. Noxious Cloud goes up. No, not Noxious Cloud. Pestilent Strike goes up. Warboss gets hit, but the Plague Champions are alright. Knob Squad in the back lines though, 2 of them. Almost wiping out. I did get him. They got that last plasma cannon fella. A typically violent death. What is this? Sluggers level 3. Now, I think they can brute force this cap here, but they don't want to. Worried about the grenade coming in, I guess. Who's down over here? Who is it? It is the Force Commander. Buried in the stairs there. Warboss. Scaring off the Vanguard Veterans. They were suppressed by the Death Gun as well. What do we got here? Mega Rumbler and Custom Force Field. 57 to 225 on the VPs. Can do some really good work with this Custom Force Field. Can mess up the Vanguard Veterans once they jump somewhere. Can get in the Cassicans and knock them over so they can't shoot. Can stop caps with it, maybe. Lehman Russ still going. Hasn't leveled up. Oh, they got the Whirlwind and all of that too. Down to 41 VPs, the blue team. Running out of time. Sneaky Scout trying to get a decap. Mekboy teleports right into them and knocks them over with the force field. Awesome stuff. Orbital in the back lines. Does it wipe those Noise Marines? Oh, very nearly. Nearly wiped them, but they do make it out. Warboss getting some repairs from sluggers and from heretics. Double Lehman Russ is pushing in. One with executioner as that fast-firing plasma cannon, I guess. And he gets wrecked as it gets close. Tank bus is there, Warboss is there. Down he goes. They did create some space for the cap though. Got some commandos in play now. Mark target on the sluggers. Blue team got the mid, but at what cost? Warboss with the Dirge Caster too. Been a good focal point of the red team's army so far, that Warboss. Used it well, has the dude. And by used it well, I mean he hasn't done anything crazy with it. Like push it forward up to the VP or something. He's kept it back most of the time. Take champion level 4. Warboss has now come forward a little bit more. Take champion levels up. And then runs and maybe lives. Down to 30, 25 hit points. Looks like he's alright. Force Commander goes down thanks to the knobs. Gone down to 38 VPs now in the blue team. And what's this? It's sneaky commandos. Well, they're not even sneaking right now, but they do have fast capping. So that's well played by the Warboss player. Battle Wagon on the way now. There's 3 knob squads on the field. Those guys are trying to stop that cap, but they couldn't do it. 2-1 is in. Well played, those commandos. Need to run, fellas. There you go. Mid is still blue, littered with bodies. Warboss still going. Need some repairs though. Where are the heretics? Oh, there are no heretics, I think. There's only single sluggers, although the Mekboy can repair too. Is that what he's doing? Yeah, Mekboy's repairing. Force Commander still with teleport to level 6. Are you losing out here not having your standard up on those big team fights? You're missing out on a lot of damage with that, but he might be doing a huge amount of work with the teleporter in the early fight. Land Raider Redeemer's in. Force Commander just teleports back, retreats back to it there. Warboss still being repaired. Remember how I said he was being smart with it, not sending it forward unnecessarily? Well, now it goes down. Great. The curse of Indrid strikes again. It's like he could hear what I said and did the opposite. 25 to 162. So much for the Warboss. Should have just kept it back here. You guys gotta get your VP back. Knob squad are on it. Here's the battle wagon. Blue team stabilizing and sitting on the double cap now. Most of the map is red though. All the contested points are red rather than the VP. Predator tank now for St. Galahad. Double plasma cannons for AngryMetalGuy. Just get a heavy bolter in here, I say. That's what I would do. Get a heavy bolter to try and control the knob squads. Now they're piling onto the Land Raider. Where's the frag assault? Was it used? Interesting that the Land Raider actually has energy. Most vehicles don't have energy. Knob squad got Mark targeted. They are popping their frenzy and backing off. Here comes another one though. Paintboy's in there too. Battle Wagon doing some work. But that's a Vanquisher Lehman Russ, which is no slouch when it comes to anti-vehicle weaponry. Paintboy may go down here. It's so low. Paintboy does go down. They pushed back the Land Raider. Has that opened up a cap? It has. Played champions on the cap. Force Commander trying to stop him, but he can't do it. Another knob squad is seen off. And there's that Predator. Now the battle wagon's being pushed back, getting rear armor hitted. Knob squad though on the push. Frenzy is popped, giving them damage resistance and suppression immunity. But they can still get knocked over. The humble shotgun stopping them there. Down to 11 VPs though. Nope, says SchmusCriminal. Oh, it's because of this. Stopping everything from capping. Even the Plague Champion. 11 to 103. Plague Champion trying to cap. Oh, it's the Plasma Cannon stopping him. 2 Plasma Cannons moving up now. Land Raider's a bit far forward. That was a really good Blastmaster shot. What is Vanguard Veterans up to? Being chased off by double knobs. Painboy's there again. A new Painboy for Schmooze. Doesn't have the surgery stuff though. 11 to 103 on the VPs. Orbital goes in. It's a decent one. Mark target as well. Mark target orbital combo. Still can't kill the level 3 commandos though. Terminators are dying. Oh, one of them makes it out. They have a Reaper autocannon. 11 to 99. Red team push again. With knobs into the vehicle's backline. Bloodletter's still on the field, of course. Level 3 for the dude. Force Commander smacking around some tank busters, and there's another Orks. Land Raider's toughing it out for now. Does have some repair support. Blessing of the Omnissiah was active as well, I think. But I don't think it is now. No, it's not now. More sluggers coming in for unexpected to repair the battle wagon, which really needs it. Mekboy could repair it as well, I guess. 11 to 73. The dust has settled a bit. We got a multi-laser turret over here. Who's this? Kassakin. Probably we're going for the VP. What's the red team plan? Looks like they're gearing up for a push on the natural. Can they get the Land Raider to turn around maybe? Or at least a Lehman Russ perhaps. What's the Techmarine up to? It's level 9 at Techmarine. Doing some serious damage now. Force Commander hassles the backline again. Keeping them back. He knows he can just retreat back to the Land Raider, level 8. Here we go then. Take Champions here with his fist. Should at least get a decap. Oh, but loses it. Uses it there, the Pestilent Strike. That's Emperor's Wrath, isn't it? And they were protected by the Pestilent Strike. Barely hurt them. Yeah, I thought he'd used Pestilent Strike for the decap, for sure. 11 to 34. Plague Champion off the field. There's a Noxus Cloud, though. Commando's also off the field. CSM getting messed up. I mean, got the decap. Commando's got the very quick decap there. And Mekboy's on mid with that shield up. Down to 1 VPs. And there it is. They got the 2 to 1. Mekboy gets this one at the end. Gets the 2 to 1 cap, and that's all they needed. So this push here did make the difference, even though they didn't get the full cap. And I thought he messed up using Pestilent Strike earlier. It worked out all right. Got the decap. Mekboy pushed the mid and gets it done. What a game. What a game. Had a level 9 Lord Commissar. Level 9 Force Commander down at the end in there somewhere. Techmarine also level 9. All the 9s then was getting a turret up. If that was up 5 minutes earlier, they may have not lost. Level 4 Mech. Some great plays with that shield. Did go down at the end after that cap. Level 5 Plague Champion. And a level 6 Warboss as angry as ever. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see ya next time.